Hey everybody, Mr. Campbell here, and I hope you're doing great today. Today we are going to talk about just some different activities, one activity actually, that you could practice at home right now so that when we're back in school together someday, that you are ready to go and play spike ball. So spike ball, great sport. I'll put a link on for parents, probably a video to watch about the rules, or you guys can watch it too. But this is a spike ball. As you can see, it says spike ball. And it's a fun game with a net on the ground. A lot of you have probably seen it already. Some of you have played it in gym with me before. But if you're at home right now, even if you don't have a spike ball, you can still work on some of the basic things that we need to do with the game of spike ball. Maybe you've got a tennis ball at home. Maybe you've got a dodgeball type ball or a volleyball. Whatever you have, you can make it work. You just have to be creative. When I was a kid, we made games out of everything. And I know I'm doing that's when I was a kid story right now, way back when. But we didn't have so many video games and things like that and cell phones. So we came up and made anything into a game. So that's what I'm asking you to do this week is at home with parents' permission, because you might have to use a wall, or maybe if it's nice enough outside, you can go outside and use the side of the house. But only if mom and dad say it's okay. Kind of depends what kind of ball you're using and what kind of, where you live and things like that, what kind of walls you have. So anyway, I want you to find a ball that you have that you can use, and don't have it be too hard. Like a baseball wouldn't be a good idea for this, but something that's a little bit squishy. Any of these, even a tennis ball is okay. Just don't do it so much that your hand hurts. But what I want you to do is make a flat hand like this, okay? Don't have your fingers spread apart, but just have it together like this. Now you don't need to make it super hard and super stiff. You can have it somewhat relaxed, but we're going to work on hitting the ball out of our hand. So I'll use a spike ball first, and I'm going to hold it kind of like this is a cheeseburger, and I'm going to take a big bite, okay? And when you hold it, that's what I want, fingers on top, thumb on the bottom, and then we're going to put it out in front of us like this, but we're going to turn our wrist, rotate it, so the bottom is showing to the ground and the top of the ball is looking up at the sky, okay, or the ceiling. All right, then you're going to take your other hand that's flat, and you're just going to practice tapping it on the bottom, and then you're going to tap it up in the air and catch it. Tap it up again, catch it. So we're watching the ball all the way into our hands and then curling our fingers around it to hold on to it. Okay, and then we're just going to keep doing that. Now, if that's easy, then you can see how many times you can clap and catch it. If that's easy, you can try to catch it behind your back. Lots of different things you can do. Now, that wasn't using the wall, okay? But we will practice with the wall in a second. But you can use a tennis ball. Same thing. You're holding it like you're going to hold a cheeseburger, hamburger, sandwich, whatever you eat. Put it out in front of you. Rotate your wrist so the bottom's facing down. Top of the ball is pointing up, and your fingers are on the side, okay? And then the same thing. Just a tap and a catch. Now, a tennis ball is harder, so it's hard to make it go way up in the air. But you can still hit it a little bit like that in practice. Just like that. Now, if you have a bigger ball, dodgeball, same thing is going to apply, okay? You're practicing the same skill, just like that. Like I said, don't use anything that's too hard because that would hurt your hand and it could damage the house, and I don't want mom and dad mad at me, okay? All right, now the part with the wall that comes into play, after you've got that down, I'd like you to practice. Same thing, same concept. You're still hitting it with your hand. Now, you're not catching it and then throwing it, okay? You're hitting it out of your hand, just like this. Okay? Now, the same thing with that. You can still do different challenges. If that becomes too easy, then see how many times you can catch. I'll try it here, and then you can see if you can beat me. I don't know, what was that, 4, 5? Probably around there, 4 or 5. See if you can beat 4 or 5. If that becomes too easy, see if you can spin around one time and still catch it. Okay? If that becomes easy, try and catch it behind your back. There's all kinds of different things that you can do just to improve hand-eye coordination, okay? Still, that's the main point, because in spike ball, this has a purpose. This is called setting it. In volleyball, setting is up, okay? Spike ball, you can set it like that too. There's different ways, but one of the main ways is an underhand spike or an underhand set to your partner, and then maybe they can spike it down, okay? So that's what I want you to work on this week. I hope everyone is doing great, and I'll see you soon.